So it ought to. Okay. Hey, everybody, it's Dave McKenzie, just connecting the YouTube channel. No, it's late. This is the JV game. Good shot off, so. We'll leave this up.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Miss Bowling. The bowling team. Bowling team. Like your brother? Yeah. I thought you were talking about Miss Bowling.
You know your brother, Matthew. The smart one.
Not your other brother. Not your other brother.
Hello, everybody that's tuning in on YouTube. No, this is not the varsity game that you're seeing. This is the JV. A chance to win the game with 8 seconds left in regular. Packed house, senior night, so you can watch, and we'll try to go through and announce the seniors here this evening. So right now, I'd say it's probably going to be 8:15 by the time we actually get into game time. But feel free to watch. Try to keep you up to date as much as we can. And thanks for watching on YouTube. Oh, turnover. Herrin gets it. 4-point lead now. 2:40 left. Again, this is the JV game. Garby's going to fire from 3 and fouls. That's good. Carterville within 1 now. 64-63. Herrin in the front court. I don't have the JV roster with me, so actually I do. Shot no good by Herrin. Carterville controls. 2 minutes left. Down 1. Carterville up 144. I'm getting ready to.
Why is your timer on?
What? Yeah, it's rolling. I've got it live right now.
Oh, that's what I asked.
Oh.
You said you're getting ready to.
I'm getting ready to tweet out that it's live. 1:17 left now. Herrin with the basketball, turnover. It's going to be Carterville ball. Carterville up 3 with just over a minute left here in overtime. Kaskaskia. Yeah. Herrin down 4 here in overtime. 3 ball, no good. Nice cut. Another shot underneath. No good. Big rebound by Carterville. Garby comes out with it. Carterville into the front court. Brock Tuttle. Spin move. Turnaround bank is good. That's a 6-point lead. The Carterville has a 6-point lead. 17 seconds on the clock. (71-67), that's a final. JV winners tonight in overtime. Good ball game. So tonight, with it being at Herrin, or at Carterville, it's senior night here, so they're going to have the presentation of the seniors for the fall sports here in just a few minutes. Then they'll get into the pregame warm-up.
How close is Swallows to 1,000 points? He ought to have 1,000 points, ain't it? He's got to have.
Nobody said a word. He should be close.
Because I know he probably had 300 or 400 last year.
Yeah.
And I know he played some as a sophomore.
Yeah.
And we've played how many games? We've got 29 games or 28 games. And he scored, we'll just say 20 points a game. That would be
600.
That's 600. Just ask him.
So it's Dave and Jim here for everybody watching on YouTube. All four of you right now.
Well,
hello. We appreciate it.
There'll be more than that when it's all said and done.
Excuse me. This is the seniors presentation. This is the bowling team, I believe. Yes, here comes my Amy and Mr. Matt right there. On the bowling team, Caitlin Colt, Molly Dabrowski, Katie Newfarmer, Deep Patel, and there's my Amy and Matt.
'23 in October, and they grow up fast, and if you blink, you'll miss a lot of things.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I wouldn't trade it.
Excuse me. Oh, this is going to be fun if I start coughing tonight.
Don't get me thinking about it, because the other night, man, I'm not kidding you, at Harrisburg, I didn't know if I was ever going to get it out. I couldn't. I'll get something hung right here on the corner, and if I can't get it up, it just sits there and it just tickles, and I can't get that. Just totally just drives me crazy.
I know.
Well, if you get coughing, I'll just take over.
You'll just have it.
Oh, yeah. I'll be going. Oh, I think I could do it, but it would just be a different thing. Football, I could do easy as all get out, because I know so much about the formations and lines and stuff. It's just,
Yeah.
Plus, it's a little slower pace.
So right now they're introducing the senior pom-poms, which consists of Kristen Dillard, Elizabeth Jordan, Maureen Linson, Faith Corliss, Mackenzie Rosenberry, and Kaylin Spowert. This is Caitlin right here. They're getting a nice little board that has a bunch of pictures on it. You can if you can see it right here to the right, the bottom right of the screen. They get a poster frame that has their pictures, and their folks come out with them. Now they're getting ready to introduce the Carterville cheerleaders, senior cheerleaders. Riley Clover is the first one. Her mom and dad following behind there. They're even wearing a sash tonight. I'll be darned. They're getting flowers. There's Coach Linda Drust and Bonnie Howerton. Amy Drust. This is Shion Couch. The Carterville cheerleaders, of course, our Allie was one of them, but they finished 9th in the state this year.
That's huge. I mean, anytime you can place in the state, it's always good.
And they did the routine last night, their state routine before the game. Probably the best they did it all year. It was just almost flawless. And
well, I remember you you had talked about it, after the event was over and they got ninth place, and some of the things they got dinged on, they really didn't know what it was, why they got dinged. And
it was because one girl was on the floor. She bent over too far, and they got her for that. This is Katie Hall, Carterville cheerleader, a senior, receiving her flowers. Mom and Dad behind there. And then to wrap up cheerleading squad, it's Erica Pansing. These girls, I tell you what, we were talking about this earlier at the house. These cheerleaders, it's not cheerleading from 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, no.
These girls, they work every day, Monday through Thursday, from at least 2.5 hours a day. Then they cheer on Friday night, basketball, football, whatever it is. Then Saturday they cheer, they practice, and they have the competitions. And it is as physically demanding as any sport.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if you ever watched the high school championship where for the nation, it is unbelievable what these cheerleaders, and they have male cheerleaders too. They do. I mean, it's just ungodly.
Yeah. I mean, you can scholarship in college on cheerleading.
Yeah.
I mean, it's big time sports. Introducing the senior basketball players. First one, Jacob Eklund. Jacob going to K-State. Going to play golf. He got a free ride, or a full ride rather. Jake Turner standing here. Jake Eklund's going to K-State, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was K-State or Kansas, but K-State. And he's got a full ride for golf. He's a great golfer. I want to take some lessons from him, actually. Jacob McCoyne, good boy, with Larry and his wife down there. You also have Alex Mead. Alex got his first varsity points the other night in that Sparta game, and I about come out of my seat. He's hung out with our boys and just a good boy. Then you have Justin Parsonale, a senior, just an all-around good athlete. And then you have Austin Swells. We were talking Austin ought to be getting close to 1,000 points.
Did you get a text yet for that?
I didn't get a response. Should be close. Then you have Colt Wilkie and Gavin Zimbro. His mom and dad down with him. That's the senior basketball players. Coach David Brown down here. It's an emotional night, and as player on senior night, you don't want to lose. I'll kind of pan this around a little bit for those watching on YouTube so you can see what's going on. Just a great group of seniors. This has been a very successful class. Last year's class, athletically, I'm talking athletically only, but they're also very gifted with its athletic teams, and not just football, not just varsity basketball, but the girls wrestling, David Heifner, Chase Solberg, Kestudis Lesdinas, and then the band, we had Rebecca Davis, Caitlin Hall, Matt Henderson, Deep Patel, and Rose Wright. And that is the cast on NewsRadio WJPF coming up here in just a couple minutes. If you're on YouTube, let your friends know you can watch the game live. Time we can. Of course, tonight is the last regular season game. Carterville on the road Wednesday night, first round of the regional game as well. Well, I think we'll be okay through regionals. We'll have to wait and see about sectionals, but there you have Mr. Brett Dial, Mr. Todd Rogers with the mops out on the floor. wiping them down. And with the YouTube feed, just remember that you're getting all the, you're going to hear the talk between myself and our producer engineer, Brian R. Powell, back at the studio. So if you hear me tell him 60 or 90 and you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm telling him how long of a break we're going to take.
So you know whether or not you can go get some popcorn and a soft drinks and come back.
They're getting ready to roll the clock, so we'll roll. Actually, you can go on and let's roll the intro. Thank you.
WJPF Herrin. It's time for Carterville Lion Sports on NewsRadio. The theme is rolling.
Thank you very much, sir. This is the kind of game that gets your blood pumping when you hear that.
Oh, yeah. Liddell said he's going to find out. I text Keith.
Hey, good evening, everybody. We are at home on a Saturday night, and it's an emotional night here at Carterville High School as it's senior night. And joining me, my partner, Jim Sislagi. Jim, senior night, you don't want to lose a ball game on senior night.
No, and you know, everybody remembers. There's certain games throughout the season you will always remember. Football, it's homecoming, and it's senior night. Basketball, it's your tournaments, and senior night and the regionals, how far you advance in the playoffs. You know, but what makes this game more special is you have two towns in which is about 6 miles apart at most. So the environment here is going to be crazy. It's going to be loud. The blood is going to be pumping. I can see you right now. You're already bouncing up and down right now. You're ready.
I am. Jake, our senior last year, his senior night football game, I was losing my mind.
You lost your mind years ago, but that's beside the point.
That is true, but it is a big night for these seniors. A little bit late getting on with the live broadcast here on WJPF as they went through and introduced the seniors. And on the basketball team, you've got Jacob Eklund, Jake McCoyne, Alex Mead, Justin Parsonale, Austin Swalls, Colt Wilkie, Gavin Zimbro. Those are the seniors. Big group of seniors that are going to be gone next year for these Lions.
Yeah, but one thing about it is the Lions lost a lot of seniors last year.
Yeah.
They still found a way. Right now they're at 18-10. They've still got an opportunity to win 20 ball games, which is huge. Anytime you can win 20 games in basketball, that's huge. And the Lions have that opportunity. If the Lions can win tonight, win the first game of the regional, they get that 20th win. And, you got to take your hat off, because then if you could get the 20th win and win a regional, that's even that much sweeter.
Speaking of regionals, we're going to be at McLeansboro up at Hamco on Wednesday night. That's when Carterville opens up regional play at 7 o'clock. Going to open the regional with Flora.
Yeah, Flora is going to be – it's going to be an interesting game because really, we don't know much about them. We know that
exactly.
I think if I recall right, they beat Christopher, and Christopher has a pretty good team.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they were like a roller coaster ride type team all year long, but they are a 7 seed. So it leads me to believe that, they're playing right around 500 basketball probably.
Well, that game is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. If they win on Wednesday night, then they play Friday night. Could We'll just see how things roll. But
It should be Carmi White County.
it should be.
That's who they should play. But stranger things have happened when you get to the postseason. Anybody can win because records are gone. There's no more records. You can, if you play in a team that's 20-0 or 25-0, hey, that doesn't mean anything. It's 0-0 when you walk out on the floor.
This Carterville Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale offers a variety of business and personal banking services, including checking accounts, online banking, and mobile banking. For more information, stop by the Carterville Banking Center or visit the website at tboc.com. That's the Bank of Carbondale, tboc.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. We're going to take a break. We'll pause 90 seconds, and when we come back, moments ago I had a chance to talk to head coach David Brown about tonight's matchup against the Herrin Tigers. We'll get right with that. It's all coming up next. You're listening to the pregame show. It's Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Their record is. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, we have the Coach Brown interview going on right now. You can't hear it. Not able to get the feed from the JPF side in. You're hearing it come direct from us into YouTube and what goes out. But what's recorded at the station, you can't hear on the YouTube. But Coach David Brown basically saying that it's an emotional night with the seniors. He wasn't going to tell me a starting lineup. He wants to start seniors, but he wouldn't tell me which ones. So we'll see. He said it will be a surprise. So we'll see.
Right. Well, when you have
seven
seniors, it's difficult because you can only start 5.
Yep.
So it's difficult to be able to get all of them in there. Because at some point in time, you've got to think about trying to win the game too.
Yep. Brian, just bring it straight back to me, please. Back to me.
$9.50.
There you have it, head coach David Brown in the pregame interview. Like I said, he understands the importance of senior night. He understands the importance of the starting 5 on senior night. But like you said moments ago, when you only got five starting positions and you got 7 seniors, that's a tough call for a coach.
That's a real tough call because which 5 do you start?
Exactly.
There's your question mark.
Exactly. And, the seniors on this Carterville Lions team, I don't know if we mentioned him a while ago, Jacob Eklund, Jacob McCoy, Alex Mead. Alex Mead got his first varsity points the other night in the Sparta game.
I'm going to go out on a limb, Dave, and say Alex Mead will be in the starting lineup.
I think so too. I think it could be Austin and then you have Justin Parsonale, Austin Swalls, Colt Wilkie, and Gavin Zimbro. I'm venture to say that we'll see Jacob McCoy and Alex Mead get a start tonight because they don't typically get into the game. But both of them in that Sparta game scored their first varsity points for the season in that game, so it was really nice to see. Carterville cheerleaders are out on the floor. We still have about 5 minutes away from tip-off here between the Herrin Tigers and your Carterville Lions. Carterville comes into tonight's game with an 18-10 record. Herrin comes in with a 10-14 record on the season, and should be a good game. You know, the rivalry matchup between Herrin and Carterville, so it's going to be interesting to see how this game turns out. Herrin of late been playing much better ball, and so they're really kind of seeing their success happen here toward the end of the season. Carterville had success early, dropped down in the middle of the season, and here going into last night or into tonight, they have won 7 of their last 10, and so 4 of the last 6.
Well, if you remember, Herrin got off to a rough start. They didn't win a game over at the Marion Pyramid Tournament. They didn't win a game. They got to the Holiday Tournament. They lost a tough one in the first game. The second game, they ended up winning. They finally got them a win, and then they really took off is when they hit the midwinter. They swept the board over in the midwinter.
Yeah.
They won that tournament, which Carterville was the favorite to win, but the Herrin Tigers won that tournament. Then, since that point in time, they have played extremely well. Like I told you the other night when we were at the Sparta game, I told you we were getting ready to play some of the toughest competitions we played all season long, and 2 of the hottest teams in Southern Illinois, which was Pinckneyville and Herrin. And we lost last night to Pinckneyville by 8?
Yeah.
8. So tonight we got the second team against, and now it's Herrin.
If you look at common opponents, the most recent one is Harrisburg. Harrisburg had beaten Benton a week ago. We went over on Tuesday night and in overtime beat Harrisburg 70-70. Last night, Herrin played Harrisburg and got beat by Harrisburg. So that's really the common opponent, and it just goes to show you just how tough this area for basketball is. You can get on a roll, and it's just back and forth. Nothing really is in stone.
No, and you go by matchups, okay? You want to say common opponents? West Frankfort. Herrin dominated West Frankfort. West Frankfort beat Carterville by like 14.
Yeah.
So, now you can go to the Benton game. Benton handedly beat Herrin, but struggled to come out with about a 6-point win against Carterville.
Exactly.
So I think it's really, when you've got these teams that are kind of evenly matched, I think it's any given night.
Could be. We'll see tonight. We're just a little over 3 minutes away from tip-off. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll be back in 60 seconds, and we'll get close to the national anthem and everything. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget you're listening to Lions basketball on AM 1340, also on WJPF.com, and if you would like, you can watch and listen to the broadcast. If you go to YouTube, search Herrin with the @ Carterville, and you can watch the game live and listen to the broadcast here with us on News Radio WJPF. It's Lion basketball on News Radio WJPF. Brian, let's go 60 here, please. 60. Bring it back, and then we'll go back out for the anthem. Thanks to everybody watching on YouTube. Back in Carterville on a Saturday night, it's Dave McKenzie and my partner Jim Sislagi, where we're just moments away from tip-off here between the Herrin Tigers and your Carterville Lions. We do know the starting lineup for the Herrin Tigers tonight. They're going to start 5'8" senior guard Savion Yarbrough, also 5'10" sophomore Bronson for the Herrin Tigers, Nestler Bronson. Also, DJ Spell, the 6'3" junior. They're going to start 6'3" junior Jake Downen and 5'10" junior Dalton Bush. We are waiting to see who the starters are going to be for the Carterville Lions. Both teams are coming to the sidelines, and we are preparing for the national anthem.
Yeah, this Herrin's ball club is a very young ball club, so it'll be really interesting to see because Savion Yarbrough is the only senior starting.
We're going to take another break. We ask that you join us here in moments as we are just a couple minutes away from the tip between Herrin and Carterville. You're listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. Okay, bring it back after this. Welcome back to Carterville High School, where it's senior night for your Carterville Lions, and just had the national anthem, and the starting lineups are getting ready to be announced for both teams. And Coach David Brown, Jim, said in the pregame he was going to keep his starting lineup a secret. We're getting ready to find out, and it looks like Jacob Eklund is going to be one of those starters.
Yeah, it looks like Austin Swalls, Zimbro,
Jacob McCoyne, and Alex Mead.
Hey,
good call by the coach.
I'm batting 1,000.
Love seeing that. But it's been, these guys, Jacob McCoyne and Alex Mead, and you got Cole Landon, Brock Tolliver, Brock Tuttle, rather, and they go to practice every day and they work their butts off. And, they just don't see a lot of playing time. They get mop-up minutes in a big win. Come in, they may get 10 seconds in a ball game, but they work equally as hard as those starters do in practice, and it's nice to see them get some recognition here on their senior night.
Well, and that's a good thing because, I've always said whether you're the best player or the worst player, and there's really no worst player because everybody puts the same amount of minutes in practice as anybody else does. And I think they deserve just as much as someone that plays, say, out of 32 minutes of a ball game, they play 28 minutes. They can contribute somehow during either a course of a game or during practice time, and they should be recognized for it.
Well, and you talk about Jacob McCoyne and Alex Mead. In the win we had at Sparta, they came in with 6 minutes left in the game, and they extended the lead in that ball game on Sparta. They
rotation.
Jacob Eklund is getting the start. Of course, he's a scrapper. We call him the spark plug. But you want to talk about a golfer. He's got a scholarship to go to K-State in the fall and on the golf team. And I can't wait to get some lessons from him this summer.
Well, you need to get some lessons. You need to know how to cheerlead and start a backflip. You've got a full plate. I'm just hoping your back holds up.
It's going to be a busy summer. Also, Alex Mead in the starting lineup for tonight. And then you have Jacob McCoyne, Austin Swalls, and who was Gavin Zimbro are the 5 starters. Tough call for Coach David Brown when you have 7 seniors and you can only start 5, but that's the 5 he decided to go with this evening. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Artworks in Carterville, specializing in custom graphics and apparel. Visit them today for your Carterville spirit wear on West Plaza Drive, now offering in-house in 1440 or on WJPF.com. And don't forget, you can watch live on YouTube. Search Herrin at Carterville, and you'll get the game with the radio broadcast as well. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us this evening for Carterville Lions basketball. It's the last game of the regular season for the Lions.
Not to mention the other 2 seniors, Justin Parsonale and Colt Wilkie.
So you've got DJ Spell that's going to jump with Austin Swalls to get the game started, and the Herrin Tigers come away with the tip. We are underway, and thank you for listening to Lions basketball as Savion Yarbrough takes it to the right wing, looks to bring it out top of the key right from the get-go. Dalton Bush fires, and he hits from 3 and gives Herrin the early 3-0 lead.
Bush had a wide-open 3. Somebody forgot their assignment for the Lions.
Carterville with the basketball. Jacob McCoyne on the left wing. Brings it to near side, Austin Swalls. Alex Mead, top of the key, left wing over to Jake Eklund. Eklund with the right-hand dribble, brings it back between the circles. He's guarded by Bush, takes it down to the right block, puts up the shot. The shot he's fouled on the shot and is going to go to the line and shoot 2 as the foul is on Dalton Bush. That is his first of the game, the first team foul, and Jacob Eklund is at the line shooting 2. First one by Eklund is good. He gets Carterville on the board, down 3-1 as we've played about 44 seconds here in the first quarter. Second one, rims out, no good. Rebound comes off to Jake down, and Herrin quickly into the front court. That is Yarbrough. Brings it to the free throw line, spin move, kick out to Bush. Bush, top of the key to Nessler, to Bronson. And then the shot by Yarbrough is no good, but he's fouled.
Yarbrough's a very quick guard. He's great off the dribble, and he likes to penetrate.
First one by Yarbrough is no good. So here come Taylor Heil, here come Brennan Beasley, also Colt Wilkie and Justin Parsonale into the game. Is there some confusion with the 4 that come back? Coach David Brown is going back to his original starters. And Yarbrough is at the line shooting his second free throw. No good. Rebound by Austin Swalls. Carterville with the basketball. 6:56 showing on 950 career points for the Lions.
Yeah, now it's 9:52.
As the little layup by Jake Downen is good. He gets on the board. It's 5-3, 6:30 showing on the clock. Carterville into the front court. Beasley with the right-hand dribble. Over across the top of the key. Austin Swalls, left side to Wilkie. He's going to fire it from 3. Off the arm, no good. Rebound by Justin Parsonale. Gets the bucket and the foul, and he's going to the line to shoot the and 1.
Well, Justin Parsonale has really been kind of silent the last 3 or 4 ball games of the season. And he steps right in, very athletic, good first quick step, gets some good offensive and defensive rebounds.
I'd like to see a big game out of JPN tonight as he hits his free throw. He's got 3 now. It's Carterville 6-5, 6:15 showing on the clock. Savion Yarbrough with the dribble. He's guarded by Beasley toward the right wing. Top of the key, that is Dalton Bush. Over on the left side, they work it down low to Spell, DJ Spell. He's hit back from behind, but they're going to call the foul on Taylor Heil as Spell had gotten between Heil and the bucket and was able to get the foul. Actually, they're going to call it on Colt Wilkie, not on Justin Parsinelli.
On Parsinelli.
Okay. My bad. His first. That is the second team foul on the Lions. Yarbrough at the line. He's got his first point of the game.
If one of the things that might hamper the Tigers is free throws. I don't think they're a very good free throw shooting team.
Second one by Yarbrough is good. He's got 2. 2 points for the 5'8 senior from Herrin. Beasley across midcourt, steps between the circles. He's guarded there by Bronson Nestler. As it's turned over by the Carterville Lions, it's heading the other way. Yarbrough in the backcourt. He breaks the double team, takes it to the free throw line, dumps it down low. That should be a push on DJ Spell, and it is a charge. As he threw the elbow out, going to the bucket. That's his first, and that's the third team foul on Herrin.
Spell's a very athletic kid. He's very tough on the inside. Heil's going to have his hands full guarding him.
Yes, he is. Carterville basketball, 5:30 showing on the clock. Brennan Beasley into Heil. Little 5-footer turnaround. He turns it over. That's 2 turnovers in a row for the Lions. Quickly into the front court. The ball stripped away by Austin Swells. Carterville comes the other way. Beasley falls down. Then Carterville turns it over, and Herrin, then they throw it over. That's like 3 different turnovers back and forth. Coach David Brown tells his team, settle down, settle down, settle down.
Well, Beasley, the official, got in Beasley's way and actually tripped Beasley.
Yep. He's got to move. Beasley turned around and looked at him like, what the heck are you doing to me? We had a breakaway there. Swalls with the basketball. Colt Wilkie over on the left wing takes the pass from Swalls. Working it in to Swalls. He gets it. Bank shot off the bottom. They call Austin Swalls for the travel. That is if I've got it, is the 4th turnover on Carterville?
4 turnovers on the Lions, and 3 of them's happening in exactly 25 seconds.
So Herrin with the basketball. 5 minutes. They are up. 5 minutes on the clock. Herrin up 7-6. As Yarbrough, top of the key, he's guarded by Beasley. Spin move, tries to put the shot up. It goes up. He loses control, and that's a shot by Downen. His shot is no good, and here come the Carterville Lions, and there is a foul on the Herrin Tigers. They are going to call it on Savion Yarbrough. That's his first. That is the 4th team foul now on Herrin.
Well, the Tigers are really dominating the boards inside, especially offensively. And the Lions are going to have to box out. And you know that's one of the things that the Lions don't do very well. They don't keep them off the offensive boards.
But you got to say they had 3 chances there and weren't able to put the ball in the hole. So Carterville gets it as it's Taylor Heil down on the low block. He gets the bucket and the foul. Nice hard work there by Taylor Heil. And he's rewarded with the bucket as the foul is on Jake Downen. That's his second. Now that's 5 fouls on Herrin here with just 4:30 showing on the clock in the first. The free throw by Heil is good. Taylor's got 3. It's 9-7 Carterville over Herrin. Yarbrough across the timeline, guarded by Brennan Beasley. Between the circles, right-hand dribble, back top of the key. That is Ty Downen in the ball game now. And we have another foul on the Herrin Tigers. It is on Jake Downen. Jake has 3 fouls, and he's going to come to the bench for Coach Irv Lukens.
Well, you know, they bring, I think they just brought Nestler in off the bench, and Nestler's a good outside shooter.
Carterville turns it over. That's the 5th turnover on Carterville. And Herrin is going to settle in on. Nice job by Taylor Heil. He tips the pass away. It comes to Beasley. Turnover on Herrin. Wilkie, right baseline. Beasley thinking about firing from the right wing. He's going to back it up, and Carterville's going to reset. 3:53 showing on the clock here in the first quarter. A 2-point lead for your Carterville Lions. Beasley, left-hand dribble between the circles. Top of the key to Austin Swalls. Left side to Colt Wilkie. Wilkie wants to get it in to JP in. He gets it, kicks it out to Taylor Heil. I'm surprised they didn't call the walk there, but the Carterville controls. Swalls from about 18 off the back of the iron. Rebounded there by Jake Hartline, and we have a foul on Justin Parson-Alley. That is his second, and that is the third team foul now on the Carterville Lions.
JPN just, really that was just a cheap foul. If he could stay away from that, he would never be in foul trouble.
No. But if he gets one, he follows it right up.
Yes,
and
not
that's
very
kind
long.
of been his MO all season long. Herrin with the basketball, top of the key. That is Dalton Bush, right-hand dribble. They work it over to Hartline. He drives the lane, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Hartline. It's Carterville basketball. This Lions broadcast brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire City of Carterville are proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. Colt Wilkie at the free throw line dumps it down to Justin Johnson, who checks into the ball game for the first time. Austin Swalls gets a run for the layup, and that's good for Swalls. He's got 4, and we have a timeout on the floor. It's called by head coach Irv Lukens, and it's a 30-second timeout. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Charlie services all brands and is a certified York dealer. Call 985-2502, or you can even go online. Visit charliesairconditioningandheating.com.
Well, Dave, the Lions started out this ball game. They were 4 for 6 from the floor. The Herrin Tigers are 2 for 5 from the floor. Tigers are 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Lions are 3 for 4 from the free throw line. And I'm sure both coaches now will not like this one. Lions have 5 turnovers. The Tigers have 5. So I'm sure Coach Brown and Coach Lucas want to take care of the basketball.
So it's Herrin basketball into the front court. It's another turnover on Yarbrough. Here come the Lions at 6 now on Herrin. Nice dump down to Justin Johnson from Austin Swalls. Johnson gets on the board, and Carterville's pushed the lead 13-7 with 2:30 showing on the clock. From 3, that is Bush that fires, and the rebound comes off to Taylor Heil. Lions are coming back the other way. The Lions in the home whites with the blue numbers. Herrin in their orange road jerseys with the dark lettering. That's Colt Wilkie. Gives it to Austin Swalls, top of the key, right-hand dribble, brings it to the right side, drives the lane, and the ball is stripped by Herrin. Turnover on Carterville. Back the other way as that is Bush that gets the layup for the Herrin Tigers, and it's 13-9 with 2 minutes left here in the first.
Well, neither team's taking very good care of the basketball. 6 turnovers apiece.
As Carterville has it in the front court, Austin Swalls brings it right down the lane. Pull-up jumper for Swalls. Bottom of the net for Austin. He's got 6. Looks like he's feeling it here early in the ball game.
Well, the Lions are shooting the ball really well. If they could just take care of the basketball, this would be a much bigger lead.
6-point lead for the Lions, up 15-9, 1:35 showing on the clock. Herrin into the front court, down to down and tie down, and he gets the little put-up jumper. He's on the board with 2. It's 15-11 Carterville.
Well, the Downing twins are very tough on the inside.
Taylor Heil at the free throw line at the left elbow. Looks for some help, drives the lane, puts up a little left-hand runner, no good. Gets his rebound, shot no good, rebounded by tie down, and Herrin on the run. Yarbrough down the lane, nobody there, man. Colt Wilkie swats it away. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Herrin basketball.
Well, I'm telling you, Yarbrough will take the ball to the bucket every single time if he has the opportunity. Beasley guarding him has got to play some outstanding defense by staying in front of him. If he doesn't do that, Yarbrough will be in store for a big night.
He will run right past you. You got to get in front of him and to defend him. And running from the side as Yarbrough fires from 3. That's his first buckets. He's got 5 in the game, so Herrin crawled back in with the 1 with 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Austin Swalls over to Blake Jackson. Back to Swalls, top of the circle, into Taylor Heil, gives it back to Swalls. Spin move, put back is good. Oh, what a great move by Austin Swalls. He's got 9. 35 seconds left into the front court. Nessler, he dumps it down as tie down and fires, no good. Rebound comes off to Brennan Beasley. 28 seconds. He's into the front court for the Lions. 17-14, 3-point lead. Carterville on top on senior night in Carterville. Great student crowd for the Carterville Lions. Great home crowd for the Lions. And Herrin traveled well this evening.
Well, it's a nice crowd, nice environment. Good ball game.
This is only the 7th home game for the Carterville Lions as Austin Swells gets a little layup underneath the bucket. 19-14 as time expires, and that's how we are going to end the first quarter. It's Carterville 19. It's Herrin 14. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Hey, thanks to everybody watching on YouTube. Appreciate it. Fantastic. Back in Carterville on a Saturday night, the final game of the 2015-16 season for the Carterville Lions, and it's a good one. Herrin and Carterville. Taylor Howe gets a turnaround jumper coming out of the break, and Carterville is up 21-14 now, Jim.
Well, the Lions were 8 for 12 in that first quarter. Only shot 1 3, missed it. Herrin 5 for 10.
In the front court, moving right to left, Herrin Tigers with the basketball. Yarbrough on the left wing, guarded by Beasley. Looks to drive, push it across to Dalton Bush. Down low, they get it to Ty Downen, and he misses his shot. And we've got a foul on the floor before the shot. And the foul is on Brennan Beasley. That's his first of the game. That's the 4th team foul on Carterville, so it's going to be Herrin ball. Inbound comes to Ty Downen. They work it top of the key to Hartline. It's going to be a 3 from Herrin off the front of the iron. Shot taken by Nessler, no good. Herrin controls the rebound into Ty Downen. His shot is blocked, no good. Gets the putback, and it's good for Downen. He's got 4 in the game, and it's 21-16 with just under 7 minutes left. Down and Herrin into the front court, and the ball goes out of bounds. That's another turnover on the Herrin Tigers. I've got him down for 6 turnovers in
7.
Seven
That's
in the
number
first.
7. 6 in the first, 1 in the second here.
Okay.
7 total.
Carterville basketball.
And the Lions have 6.
As it was DJ Spell was wanting to come back in the game, and he walked out on the court while play was underway.
Well, I don't understand why the officials didn't stop before the ball was inbounds. I don't understand that.
It was a dead ball. They should have allowed him, unless he was late getting to the bench, and I didn't see that. So it's Carterville basketball. Blake Jackson gives it to Austin Swells at the three-point line, takes it into the paint. 12-footer is good for Austin Swells. He's got 13 here in the first half. Carterville up 23-16. Herrin with the basketball. That is Bush over on the far side to Yarbrough. Brings it to the left side to Jake Hartline. He gets a little runner and gets the layup for the Herrin Tigers. His first bucket of the game, 23-18 Carterville. Blake Jackson over to Brennan Beasley. Looks back at Coach David Brown and gets the pick from Taylor Howe. Steps inside the pick, drops it for Taylor Howe. The jumper in and out, no good. And Yarbrough gets the rebound for Herrin. Into the front court. He works it over to the far side. Herrin moves the ball very well. They got a good passing game.
Yes, they do. There's not much standing around on the Tigers' offense.
Savion Yarbrough drives the lane. Is he going to get the layup? No! The ball goes out of bounds off of Yarbrough. That's a turnover on Herrin. They have 8 turnovers in this ball game.
Well, Coach Lukens thought that Yarbrough got fouled going to the bucket, but I think what happened was Yarbrough went up through, and when he was coming down and almost on the floor is when he actually made contact. It was well after the shot.
Yeah. Irv gets the technical foul, and that's his first. He got the technical, and then the official turned around and warned him again as the assistant coaches are pulling him back. He did not like that call.
No, he didn't like the call, and I mean, I can kind of understand a little bit why he didn't like the call, but I think the way the officials saw it on the foul was that Yarbrough was almost on the ground when the contact was made.
Yeah.
You know,
Austin Swalls misses the free throw. Austin usually pretty good on these technical free throws. I don't think he's missed all year.
no, he hasn't.
So he's got two. But Carterville's going to get possession of the ball as well. 14 now for Swalls in the game. It's going to be Carterville basketball. 24-18 with 5:30 left in the game. Excuse me, in the first half. Swalls, top of the key. That's Blake Jackson now toward the left baseline. Tries to get it to Heil. The ball is taken away by Hartline. Here come the Herrin Tigers. Yarbrough's going to fire from three. Doesn't hit the iron, but hits the board, and it comes back out top. So it's DJ Spell. He puts up a layup, no good. Yarbrough gets the rebound. Carterville takes it. Here comes Swalls into the front court. He's going to put up the shot. No good, but he gets fouled and is going to go to the line to shoot two.
Wow, this is a very fast-paced ball game.
Whew.
Herrin Tigers has 7 offensive rebounds in this first half.
So that's the 8th team foul. Swalls is at the line shooting the 1 and 1, and he hits the first. Austin Swalls already has 15 points, and they're still
Big feet.
How about Austin Swalls scores 51 points tonight?
Well, there's a possibility.
He's got 16. So it's 26-18, the 8-point lead for Carterville, and Beasley just takes the ball from Savion Yarbrough. Another turnover. That's 3 here in the second quarter. Beasley top of the circle, guarded by Yarbrough, and Carterville throws it away. That's a turnover on Beasley. That's the second on Carterville here in the second.
Well, Beasley makes a good steal, then he follows it up with a bad pass. I don't know where he was going with the basketball because there was nobody in the corner. I think Swalls was supposed to be coming out there, but Beasley thought process might have been a little bit ahead of him.
Yarbrough with the basketball. They work it over to the right side. That is Jake Hartline. Gives it up to Ty Downen. Near side, Yarbrough between the circles. Right-hand dribble to the free throw line. They kick it out to Hartline. He shoots. That's good from the free throw line for Hartline. He's got 4, and it's a 6-point lead for Carterville with 4:11 left in the half.
Yeah, Hartline and Nessler are 2 deadly shooters for the Tigers. The Lions need to know where they are at all times.
Carterville ball, Blake Jackson on the left wing. He's guarded by Nessler. Gets it in to Taylor Howe. Not a good pass as Ty Downen comes away with it. Another turnover on Carterville. That's 3. Into the front court, the Herrin Tigers. Ty Downen drives the lane. We got a foul that is going to be called on Carterville. And that is on Blake Jackson. That is his first of the game. That's only the 5th team foul on Carterville.
Well, and the Tiger fans stand up and clap because the official that called the technical on Irv, Lukens, called the foul against the Lions.
Justin Personality checks in for, I believe that was Taylor Heil. Also Luke Ford checks in as well. So Herrin with the basketball. They're working at top of the circle, and Beasley runs into the back of Yarbrough. That's the second on Beasley. 6th team foul on Carterville, and Gavin Zimbro is going to check in for Brennan Beasley.
You know, sometimes that drives a coach crazy when you pick up a foul and you're 35 foot from the bucket.
Yep, that's a long way out. Yarbrough now is guarded by Gavin Zimbro. Hartline on the right wing, guarded by Swalls. Brings it back between the circles, near side to Bronson Nessler. As Ty Downen fires from the free throw line, no good. Swalls with the rebound. It's Gavin Zimbro, near side, Blake Jackson toward the right baseline, back to Gavin Zimbro. He steps inside the three-point line, and we got a travel turnover on Carterville. That's 4. That is, am I right? That's 11 turnovers on Carterville?
I got 10.
10, okay. As there's timeout on the floor, it's a 30-second timeout. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale is proud to be a locally owned and operated community bank. Stop by and visit their friendly and professional staff at the Carterville Banking Center. They are located at 200 West Plaza Drive, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Senior night here in Carterville, and a very entertaining ball game. Carterville up 26-20.
Well, it's a very entertaining game. The only thing that's not entertaining is the turnovers by both teams, actually. You know, when you have two teams and you have 19 turnovers together, that's a lot of turnovers for a half.
3:04 showing on the clock. That is Savion Yarbrough with the ball to Jake Hartline. Top of the key, tied down in the entry pass into DJ Spells, tipped away, and it's off of Herrin, and it's going to be Carterville basketball.
That's number 10 on the Tigers, too, so that evens up the turnover ratio on both teams.
Gavin Zimbro steps across midcourt. He's greeted there by Hartline. Austin Swalls, top of the key, guarded by Yarbrough. Left side to the left wing, that is Blake Jackson. Down inside, and we have a foul, and Austin Swalls gets hit, and he falls to the floor. He gets up. It was just bumped into his man as there's a foul on the Herrin Tigers. That's Yarbrough's second foul, the 9th team foul. Austin Swalls is at the line shooting the 1-and-1.
Well, the Tigers switched on the screen down low, which then they had a mismatch with Yarbrough on Swalls. So the Lions attacked Yarbrough with Swalls down low.
Taylor Howell back in for Luke Ford. The free throw by Swalls is good. 17 now, and he's going to get the bonus here with 2:41 remaining. Carterville up 7. Second by Swalls is good, 18 in the game. So 2:40, 8-point lead for Carterville. Bush fires from 3, hits nothing but the bottom of the net. That was a sweet shot.
Well, Bush is a good setup shooter from three-point land. He looks like a football player out there, big, wide body, looks like a good fullback.
Yep. You leave him open, he'll bury it though. Swalls with the basketball, drive down the lane, puts it up. Is he going to get no? He gets fouled and is going to go to the line to get 2, as the foul, I think, is on Yarbrough. That is. Why do I have him for 3?
Well, it should be his third one, I would think.
Swalls hits his first free throw. He's shooting 2. Man, I have Yarbrough for 3, but the board is saying 2. 2:18 on the clock. Swalls' second free throw is good. He's got 20 already in this ball game in the first half. 2:15 on the clock. 7-point lead for the Lions. Yarbrough left wing guarded by Zimbro. Bush back to Yarbrough left wing. 2 minutes on the clock. Tie down and over to Hartline on the right wing. Bush top of the key guarded by Swalls, and we have another foul on Herrin. That's on DJ Spell. That is his second. And that's the 10th team foul. Carterville's in the double bonus now.
Well, Spill's working really hard down low. Him and Howe kind of banging around a little bit, and Spell just used the hip a little bit and really popped Howe. Howe went to the ground. That's how the officials saw it. I mean, Spell is a very good ball player. Very quick, very good athletic.
And he's on the bench. Right now, Gavin Zimbro with the basketball, left wing. Austin Swalls brings it around to the free throw line. Dumps it off to Blake Jackson. Jackson to Swalls. He's going to fire from the right wing from 3. In, out, no good. Rebound by Yarbrough, and we have a foul on Gavin Zimbro, who got into Yarbrough with the body on that rebound.
Austin Swalls just a little bit off of that 3. It was just a little bit long. Almost got a good shooter's bounce on it.
7-point lead for Carterville here with 1:35 showing on the first half clock. It's Dave McKenzie along with Jim Seslagi. Thank you for listening here on News Radio WJPF on WJPF.com, and for the handful or so that are watching this evening here on our YouTube feed from Carterville High School. Yarbrough at the line. He is shooting the 1-and-1. First one is up. No good. The rebound comes off to Carterville. Austin Swalls gathers it in.
Yardboro's 0 for 3 from the free throw line, so remember that late in the ball game.
7-point lead for your Lions. Blake Jackson, he's going to drive it, dumps it down to Jacob Eklund, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound with the hot from Heil. The putback is good from Taylor Heil. He has 7 now. 1:15 on the clock. Firing from 3, and Nessler, no good. And that is Blake Jackson that comes out with the rebound, and he's fouled by, I believe that was going to be on Bronson Nessler. It is. That's his first, the 11th foul. Although we stopped counting after 10. So at the line is going to be Blake Jackson shooting the double bonus for your Carterville Lions. Jackson's first free throw off the back of the iron, no good.
Jackson's normally a good free throw shooter. He has struggled the last 3 or 4 games from the free throw line.
Yes, he has. Second one by Blake Jackson is good. He's on the board finally here in the first half. It's a 10-point lead, the biggest lead for the Lions in the game with 1:05 showing on the clock. That is Hartline between the circles, gets the corner, drives it down the bucket, and he's fouled. Oh, no foul called. The shot is blocked by Squalls. It comes back the other way. Squalls between the circles, brings it around to the right side. He's guarded by Hartline. Gets the pick from Taylor Heil and a double dribble on Austin Squalls. That is the 5th turnover on Carterville here in the second quarter. And it's going to be Herrin basketball.
And it's 11 for the ball game. I'll tell you what, Austin Squalls is having a senior night ball game.
Yeah, he is. He's well on his way. He's got 20 here so far in the first half. Jake Hartline, top of the key, over to Bush. He's going to drive the baseline, gets the shot, no good. Swalls with the rebound. He's got a ton of rebounds tonight already, too. Swalls drives the lane. Left-hand runner is good for Austin Swalls. 22 here in the game with 23 seconds left. It's Hartline over to Nessler. Top of the key to Ty Downen. This is Adam Salmo with the ball. He kicks it out to Bush, left wing, guarded by Wilkie. Over on the far side, Herrin with the basketball. That is Salmo. That's Bush firing from 3 off the iron. Ty Downen gets the rebound, but the putback is no good, and we have played the first half. Carterville is up 35-23 at the half, and what a half for Austin Swalls as he has 22 points here in the first half. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got your halftime show coming up next. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
Okay, right now for the 50-50 yard booster club is giving $60 on kit. Lions tickets. We'll have to go in the third quarter.
Okie doke. It should be apostrophe R-E. Nice catch. Back in Carterville where it's halftime and the Carterville Lions lead the Herrin Tigers at the half, 35-23.
That was a great half by the Carterville Lions, and the Herrin Tigers played a very good first half. But the Lions, neither team took care of the basketball very well. So, I'm sure both coaches are probably going to attack that on when they're in there at halftime talking about it. But you really have to like the play of Austin Swalls tonight. He came to play basketball tonight.
Well, he's got the majority of the points. He is everywhere. He is out on the break, and I'll tell you what, he's driving the lane. He is forcing his offense, and he's getting rewarded. But this is the most points that we've seen scored in the first half, and I don't know how long. I can't even remember. But watching Nashville pour however many they had on us in the first half, I'll have to look back in my scorebook. But it's been a while since we've seen the Carterville Lions score. Well, maybe not that long. Carterville. It's been a while. I'll have to do some research here at the next break to find out how long it's been. But we're at the half here, and it's 35-23. And as we said, Austin Swalls has 22 points. It's just an impressive performance. You know, we were inquiring before the game where Austin was in relation to 1,000 points in his career. We found out he was 50 points short, and I said to you, well, he could get it next Wednesday at regional. Heck, he could.
He might get it
the
tonight.
way he's going tonight.
I mean, he might pull a Michael Jordan tonight. You know, who knows? But, one thing about it is he's playing outstanding. He's got about 4 or 5 rebounds to go along with that for how many points you've got him down for there.
22.
22 points, and he's got a block. He's got several assists. He is just having one of those games that you'll never forget right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's having.
Yeah, it's been a great night here so far. They had a big dinner for the seniors, the senior class before, and went out down and had dinner. But of course, senior night, it's just full of emotion for everybody, not just the players, but you have the parents in the crowd that it's full of emotion. And now I think they're introducing the Carterville basketball team. It looks like that's out there right now. And the Carterville girls, they advanced to the sectional championship, and they had to take on the #1 team in the state in Breeze Mater Dei Breeze Central on Thursday. They played Breeze Mater Dei on Tuesday.
Yes.
That Breeze Central team is an awesome squad. We have a good team, but that Breeze Central team was incredible.
And I don't know the girl's name, but the big girl in the middle, the 6'2" girl in the middle, is outstanding of an athlete. She dominates the inside. I think she had 35 points against Carterville in that ball game. So, it's really take your hats off to them. Take your hats off to the Carterville Lions girl advancing that far. The Lions have won four regionals in a row. That's a tough feat in itself, but you got to like the way the programs are all going here at the Carterville High School.
I do. I think, and they just have a good athletic department, just a great school. I love being able to call sports for Carterville. We're going to take another break, and when we come back in 90 seconds, we're going to run down the first half stats, and we'll be back. It's the halftime show. Carterville on top, 35-23. You're listening to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. .6:30. The game starts at 7. Our pregame will start at 1:45. So he and I talked last night, 6:30. It's halftime here at Carterville High School, where the Carterville Lions lead at 35-23. Leading scorer in the ball game, Austin Swalls for your Carterville Lions. He has 22 points. Taylor Howell has 7 for the Lions. Also Justin Personali with 3, Justin Johnson with 2, Blake Jackson with 1, and Jacob Eklund, he has 1 in the first half for the Carterville Lions. When you look at the scoring for the Herrin Tigers, the leading scorer is Dalton Bush. He's got 6. Ty Downen has 4. Jake Downen has 2. Jake Hartline has 4. And Savion Yarbrough has 5 for Herrin Tigers.
Well, let's go to team stat-wise. Dave, some of this is going to sound pretty interesting to you because we're not used to some of these stats. Trust me. When I name them off, you're going to be surprised.
Okay.
All right. For the Carterville Lions, they're 12 for 20 in the ball game from the floor. Great shooting percentage, well over 50%.
70%. Right?
70%?
Is that right?
Yeah, I think it's pretty close to 70. I'm figuring it up in my head right now. Let me count on my fingers and tell you.
Let's go.
But, hey, 0 for 2 from three-point land. 2. Did I mention to say
you
2?
Did.
Can you believe that?
That
We've
is
never
amazing.
shot 2 in our entire life as broadcasters.
That's true.
Okay? So that tells you something right there.
Yep.
The Herrin Tigers, 9 for 25 from the floor, 3 for 8 from three-point land. Free throws. The Lions could have shot free throws like this last night. They might have had a chance to upset Pinckneyville.
Yeah.
11 for 14 in the first half. The Herrin Tigers 2 for 5 in the first half. Rebounds, Carterville 10. Herrin has 11. Now, in the rebounding section, Herrin has 7 offensive rebounds. So the Lions have to do a much better job at boxing out. Now, here's the big one, and this is on both coaches. Both teams have 11 turnovers.
That's Carterville's got the 35-23 lead. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll have second half action. You're listening to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. Thanks to those that are watching on YouTube. Appreciate you flipping over and watching us. They're all here. Back in Carterville, third quarter is underway. The ball, Herrin gets the ball on the possession coming out of the half, and they had the ball in the front court. It's going to be inbounded by Dalton Bush of the Herrin Tigers. Comes out to Savion Yarbrough toward the right wing. Hits a cutting Nessler, Bronson Nessler, and there's a foul on the Carterville Lions. That is on Blake Jackson. That's his. The second foul on Jackson. Wow. And Bronson Nessler hits the first. That's his first point in the game. Second free throw by Nessler is good. So it's 35-25, a 10-point lead for the Carterville Lions. Beasley with the basketball into Justin Johnson at the free throw line. Gets it to Taylor Howell on the left block. Kick out pass goes out of bounds. It's tipped out by Herrin. It's going to be Carterville basketball. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville, Mayor Brad Robinson, and the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. Lions basketball, and there is the ball was kicked by Savion Yarbrough. And it's going to belong to Carterville. Austin Swalls is going to trigger the inbounds.
Once again, the Lions had difficulty inbounding the basketball.
Swalls, the pass not good for Justin Johnson. And Herrin comes off with it. They miss the layup. That is DJ Spell, turnaround jumper right underneath the bucket. No good, actually blocked a little bit. And Carterville comes away undamaged as Swalls has it on the left wing. Gets it into Taylor Howell. Left block, turnaround layup, no good. Gets his rebound, no good. And Herrin gets the basketball, and they are calling Taylor Howell going with the push from behind. And that is the first team foul. The second team foul on the Carterville Lions.
Well, Howell has to finish those. They have to finish those.
Actually, they called the foul on Justin Johnson, not Taylor Howell. Herrin basketball, Yarbrough, right wing, top of the circle. That is Bush that fires from 3. That's good. He's got 9 in the game. 35-28, Carterville on top. Carterville ball. Beasley over toward the right wing. Brings it back, across the circle, into the lane. He dumps it down to Blake Jackson. Justin Johnson back to Jackson on the left baseline. Taylor Howell from the left elbow is good. Turnaround jumper for Howell. He's got 9, 37-28, 9-point lead for Carterville.
Well, that broke a 5-0 run by the Tigers.
Herrin's Yarbrough has the ball in the backcourt, gets across midcourt, the timeline, works it over to DJ Spell, top of the circle. He's guarded by Johnson, comes down to, that is Jake Downen with the turnaround bank shot is good for him. He's got 4 in the game. Blake Jackson just bombed one from 3 from the right wing. It's 40-30, Carterville on top. That is Yarbrough with the basketball. That is Downen with from the left elbow. His jumper is good. He's got 6 in the game. Carterville quickly into the front court. 5.5 showing on the clock. It's an 8-point lead, 40-32. That's Swalls between the circles. Over to Blake Jackson. Step back jumper off the front of the iron. No good. DJ Spell with the rebound. Herrin comes the other way. Yarbrough, the front court. That is Nessler that fires. No good. Rebound. Austin Swalls, and he's off to the races. He's going the other way. Takes it down the lane. The layup is no good. And Swalls gets the rebound. But they're going to say the foul on Taylor Howell. That is his first. And that is the third team foul now on Carterville.
Swalls took that ball coast to coast.
Yes, he did. Yarbrough works it over the far left side, left baseline, back top of the key to Yarbrough, looking to get the pick from DJ Spell. He does. He keeps it, takes it down to the right block, guarded by Beasley, gives it to Bush. Bush, the 10-foot jumper, bounces in. That's good for him. He's got 11 now in the game, leading scorer for the Herrin Tigers.
Well, Herrin's 4 for 7 from the floor, and they're doing most of it down in the paint.
6-point lead now for the Lions. Beasley drives the lane, puts up the layup, and he's fouled. And is going to go to the line and shoot 2 as the foul is on Bronson Nessler. That is his second. The first team foul on the Tigers as Beasley hits the first free throw. That's Brennan's first point of the ball game.
Wow. Very quiet, but he's done a lot of good things tonight.
He has. Second one is good by Beasley. He's got 2. It's an 8-point lead for the Lions. Yarbrough into the front court. He's going to drive the lane, dumps it down for Downen, and he gets Ty Downen. He's got, that is Jake Downen. He's got 8 in the game. Carterville into the front court. Beasley toward the right wing, leaves it for Blake Jackson. Left right wing. He's guarded by Bush of Herrin. Gives it back to Beasley. Going to bring it top of the key between the circles. 3:55 showing on the clock here in the third quarter. Beasley brings it to left side now. That is Austin Swalls, top of the key. Blake Jackson, right wing. Beasley between the circles, between the legs. 3:45 showing on the clock. 42-36, Carterville on top. Swalls, right wing, guarded by Yarbrough. Gets the cutting Taylor Howell. Swalls step back jumper from 3 in, out, no good. Howell the rebound. He puts up his shot. He's pushed from behind, but no foul. Yarbrough gets the lead pass out. Here's Bush with the layup for the Herrin Tigers. And that is 13, and we have a timeout called by Coach David Brown. This Carterville Lions broadcast is brought to you by Artworks in Carterville, specializing in custom graphics and apparel. Visit them today for your Carterville Spirit Wear on West Plaza Drive. Now offering in-house embroidery, proudly supporting our hometown Lions. And don't forget, they offer much more than just apparel. They design logos, brochures, and posters, as well as vinyl signs and decals. You can go online, visit artworkscustomgraphics.com.
Well, the Herrin Tigers have climbed back into this ball game, only being down 42-38, and it's all basically because they're getting easy shots inside the paint. Now, for the Carterville Lions, they've missed 4 bunnies. Swalls missed a layup. Hiles missed 2 important shots inside, just right around the bucket, and there was another one. I can't remember who. The Lions have to capitalize on it if they're going to keep this lead.
4-point lead for your Lions, 3:15 showing on the clock. It's 42-38. Carterville ball. Beasley, top of the key, over to Swalls, over to Blake Jackson on the left wing. He's guarded by Dalton Bush. Gets it in to Swalls. He got his man on the block. The ball's tipped away by Yarbrough, and here come the Herrin Tigers into the front court. Leaves it for DJ Smell. The layup by Smell is no good. Gets his rebound, puts it up. Shot no good. Third try is good, and he gets fouled by Taylor Heil. 4th team foul now on Carterville. DJ Spell is going to be at the line shooting the and one. That's his first bucket of the game. His free throw no good, gets his own rebound. Shot is blocked from behind by Johnson. The ball goes out of bounds off of Carterville. Nice job by Justin Johnson defensively for the Lions.
Well, you have to box out on the free throws. The Lions let that happen several times this year.
Yes, they have. They just don't box out his spell. His shot is blocked again, and they're going to call Taylor Heil on the foul. That is his third, the 5th team foul on Carterville. So Spell is at the line, shooting 2:46. 2-point lead for Herrin. Spell the chance to tie it up. First one is good. He's got 3 in the game. Taylor Heil is going to check out. Justin Parsinelli is going to check in for the Lions. Things have gotten interesting here rather quickly.
Well, the Lions have just kind of got away from their game plan a little bit.
Second free throw by Spell is good. He's got 4 now in the game. And it's Carterville basketball.
Well, they wiped that free throw off, Dave, so.
Yes, they did. So Spell's got 3. Carterville ball, up 1, 42-41, 2:35 showing on the clock. Swalls tried the spin move in the paint, turns it over. Yarbrough comes the other way. His layup is no good. Spell gets the rebound and put back. He has 5 now in the game, and Herrin has just taken the lead. Up 1, 2:20 on the clock, and we have timeout called by head coach David Brown. It's a full timeout. We're going to take a break as well. It's Herrin 43, Carterville 42. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Back in Carterville, it's Dave McKenzie with Jim Sislogly. Brennan Beasley just buries a 3-pointer for the Lions. That's his first bucket. He's got 5 now in the game. Herrin has the basketball in the front court. On the floor is down, and we got a whole pile of Carterville Lions and Herrin Tigers down there. And did they call the jump ball? They did. The possession is going to give the ball to your Carterville Lions.
Well, I'd say Herrin's going to probably start coming up and doing a little bit of pressure size defense, full court. I'd be very surprised if they don't do that unless they think that the guards are just too good for them to put that full court pressure on them from the Lions.
45-43, the 2-point lead for the Lions on the big three from Beasley on that right wing. Beasley with the basketball, Carterville ball. Beasley leaves it for Luke Ford. Back out, top of the key, Austin Swalls. He's guarded by Yarbrough. Near side, Blake Jackson. We have a pushing foul underneath by Colt Wilkie. That's his first. That is the 6th team foul on the Lions. Herrin only has 1 foul here in the third quarter so far.
And that's 4 turnovers in the Lions in this third quarter. Herrin has 0.
I know. Good start to the second half for the Lions. Yarbrough, right wing, steps inside the 3-point line. Looks to give and go for Spell. Not there. Out to Bush, top of the circle, guarded by Swalls. Gives to Nessler, now to Yarbrough, back to Nessler here on the right baseline now, and the ball is taken away by Blake Jackson. Turnover, Herrin. Jackson across midcourt. 1:15 on the clock. 2-point lead. That is Wilkie, fires from 3, no good. And Yarbrough with the rebound for the Tigers. Into the front court. Spell on the left block. Puts the shot up, and there's another foul on Carterville. And it's on Colt Wilkie. That's 2 now on Wilkie. The 7th team foul. So now Herrin is in the bonus with 1:05 left here in the third quarter. And DJ Spell is at the line shooting the 1-1. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Ike family of dealerships, Ike Honda and Ike Volkswagen of Marion, proud supporters of Carterville Lions. So at the line, DJ Spell for the Herrin Tigers. He's got 5 points here in the game so far, all in the second half. First free throw, or they're calling, I guess he's getting 2 on the shot.
On the shot.
Misses the first. Had a chance to tie this game up with just over a minute left in the third quarter. Second by Spell is good. So he's got 6. Herrin down 1. Carterville with the lead. 1 minute on the clock in the third quarter. Beasley across the timeline. Over toward the right wing, gives it to Blake Jackson. Bush. Dalton Bush guards Jackson. Back to Beasley as he's guarded by Bronson Nessler. Carterville looks like they're going to try and hold for the last shot here. Afternoon long if nobody steps out across the high side of the hash mark. 25 seconds. Now Herrin is going to press. Beasley has to move now. He has to go in front of the timeline, which is the hash. With the right-hand dribble over to Austin Swalls, left wing, guarded by Spell. The shot no good. It's actually blocked, and the ball is on the floor. Beasley is, no, that's Colt Wilkie, and we have Colt Wilkie, and a foul is called on DJ Spell. He got tied up with Wilkie on the floor and just really wouldn't let go, and the official steps in.
Well, he slung him to the side, so they teed him up.
Is that what they did? They issued the technical on Spell?
I'm almost positive they issued a technical on Spell.
That is 4 fouls now. So Austin Swalls is at the line. He's going to shoot the technical, and Carterville is going to have the ball on the possession. DJ Spell has 4 fouls. He's over here in front of Coach Herb Lucan. He'll be coming out of the game. The first one by Swalls is good. 23 for Austin Swalls in the ball game.
First point in the second half.
Yes, yes it is. And tied down and checks in now for DJ Spell. Colt Wilkie heads to the Carterville bench and talks to Coach David Brown. So in for Wilkie is Luke Ford. Swalls second is no good, but it's going to be Carterville possession. 2-point lead, 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jacob Eklund is in the ball game for the Lions. Gets it to Swalls over on the right side, and they're saying that Swalls traveled. I don't know where he traveled. He was dribbling.
Well, I think he actually
palmed the ball.
Palmed the basketball, but the official called him for a travel.
So 2 seconds. Herrin's going to have a shot at the buzzer, and that's good by Hertline. He buries it at the buzzer. That's 7 for him, and that gives the Tigers a 1-point lead after 3. It's 47. Carterville 46. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
Well, I don't see how you don't realize who's got the basketball. There's several three-point shooters, but you can't let Nessler or Hartline shoot the three-pointer. You can't do that.
No, I know.
We go back to shooting the threes. Look where we're at now. What?
Back in Carterville, it's Dave McKenzie along with Jim Soslagi, where during the break here between the quarters, we got a foul on the Herrin Tigers. It's going to be on Ty Down, and that's his second. That's a turnover on Herrin. But during the break, one of the officials came to the Herrin side of the fans here and was looking at and talking to one of the fans. Wasn't a happy camper, I can tell you that. Carterville has the basketball. They are down one as we just start play here in the fourth quarter. Carterville ball into Austin Swalls, drives the baseline. His layup is no good. Rebounded by Downen for Herrin. Into the front court to Bush. Across the free throw lane, leaves it for Nessler. His shot no good, and Carterville gets the rebound and the foul, as the foul is going to be on, that is going to be on Ty Down, and that's his third. That is the fourth team foul now on the Herrin Tigers here in the second half. Carterville ball, down one. Wow, things have gotten wild.
Well, it's gotten crazy, and the Lions kind of got away from some things that they were very successful in the first half.
47-46, Herrin on top, and another foul that is a turnover on Carterville. That is on Jacob Eklund, and that is the 8th team foul now on Carterville.
And the Lions have turned the ball over 6 times in this second half. The Herrin Tigers have only turned it over twice. The Lions have got away from what they were doing good, getting the ball down inside, penetrate. They're starting to settle for the outside shot now.
So on the line for the Lions is Heil, Blake Jackson, Austin Swalls, Jacob Eklund, and Brennan Beasley. Herrin has the basketball, moving left to right. That's Yarbrough with the basketball. He's guarded by Beasley. Brings it toward the right. Herrin fans wanting to foul, but Herb Lucan calls a timeout, and it's a 30-second timeout here in the fourth quarter. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years, proudly supporting the Carterville Lions. Visit online at charliesairconditioningandheating.com. 6:38 showing on the clock. Herrin has a 1-point lead, 47-46. I love these rivalry games like this.
Yeah, I mean, when you got two towns that's close to each other, you know, it always adds some excitement.
And, you know, they play ball together during the off season. And, you know, we've documented the Herrin-Carterville football rivalry that finally they got to play here recently. Herrin has the ball inbounds. Downen gives it to Savion Yarbrough between the circles. Carterville now in a 2-3 zone, down into the left of baseline. Works it over, swing pass near side. Bush here on the right wing. 2-3 zone defensively for the Lions. Down to Downen. His skip pass over to Hartline. Top of the key, Yarbrough, guarded by Beasley. Gives it back to Dalton Bush, back to Yarbrough, and he travels and turns the ball over. It's going to be Carterville basketball. They're down one with 6 minutes left in the game.
Well, it's been a 1-point lead for the Herrin Tigers for the last minute and 47 seconds of this quarter.
Carterville basketball. Swalls inbounds to Brennan Beasley. He takes his time as he crosses midcourt. Over to Swalls, left wing, guarded by Yarbrough. Right-hand dribble. He's got the baseline. He puts up the runner. No foul. Misses the shot. Johnson with the rebound for the Lions, and the Carterville. Oh, he has his pocket picked from behind by Ty Down, and Herrin now into the front court. Yarbrough dumps it to Bush. Down and over on the far side now. Bush and Yarbrough here on the right wing. Moving left to right. Into Downen. Top of the key to Bush. Good ball movement by the Tigers. Downen gets the jumper. No good. And Carterville comes in here in the fourth quarter. Carterville basketball. Beasley toward the right wing. He's guarded by Hartline from Herrin. Beasley, the runner, no good, but he's fouled as he took the ball into the paint. And he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 for the Carterville Lions, and the foul is on Ty Down, and that's his fourth now. And that is the fifth team foul on Herrin, and they've got the 1-point lead.
And Beasley's usually a pretty good free throw shooter, so if he can knock these down.
First one by Beasley, no good. DJ Spell is going to check in now for Ty Downen, who comes to the bench with 4 fouls for the Tigers. So here's the second free throw by Beasley. He could tie it up with 5:05 left in the game. It's good. Brennan has 6 points in the ball game, and we're all square. 5:05 on the clock. Herrin basketball. Spell in the backcourt, and that's a turnover. He shuffled his feet, trying to make up his mind what he's going to do with the ball, and he shuffled his feet, but it's a turnover, and it's going to belong to Carterville. Carterville can take the lead here, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, they, Herrin has fought back. They were down 12, and they fought back and took the lead. Now the Lions need to answer.
Beasley gives to Blake Jackson. He's going to fire from 3 off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound comes off to Herrin, and that's a travel on Herrin as the DJ Spell fell back after he had the ball, and he winds up traveling with the ball.
I don't understand why the Lions are settling for the outside shots. In the first half, they penetrated and made things happen. They've got away from that.
And they were very successful as they were able to put 35 points on the board in the first half. They've only scored 12 points here, and we're 4.5 minutes left in the ball game.
In a quarter and a half.
Yeah. Beasley with the right-hand dribble toward the right wing. Guarded by Hartline, brings it back. Taylor Heil now. He's going to fire from 3. Terrible shot by the Lions. Bad shot choice. Herrin with the rebound. Yarbrough into the front court. They work it into Downen on the right block. Back to Yarbrough. Back to Downen. Guarded by Swalls. Downen breaks down the baseline. They're going to call Austin Swalls on the foul.
He stepped
out of bounds. So turnover on Herrin. They've got several turnovers here in the last couple of minutes.
Herrin has 5 turnovers here in this fourth quarter.
All tied with 4 minutes left at 47. Swalls leaves, takes the ball from Beasley toward the right lane. Leaves it for Taylor Howe at the right elbow. Kick out to Swalls. He's going to fire from 3 off the iron. No good. That is 4 possessions in a row. They have fired from 3. No good. Beasley gets the steal in the backcourt. Takes it to the layup. Yes, good. Carterville up 49-47. Herrin across the timeline. Hartline guarded by Jackson. He leaves it for Spell. His little runner is off the iron. No good. Taylor Howe with the rebound. DJ Spell just got his 5th foul. He's going out of the game.
This place is really crazy. Woo! Both sides, Carterville side, Herrin side, both sides are standing on their feet. There's a lot of cheering and a lot of booing.
Me too.
A little bit of everything.
Me too. DJ Spell fouls out for the Herrin Tigers. He's got 6 points in the game. So coming in now is Ty Downen for the Tigers to replace Spell. Carterville basketball. Swalls across the timeline. 3:30 left on in the game. Blake Jackson left baseline guarded by Bush. Taylor Heil, his shot from the left block, no good. Goes out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Herrin Tigers.
The Lions have really just got out of sync offensively. They are taking some really bad shots.
Bad choice, shot selection.
Yes.
So it's Herrin basketball. Yarbrough guarded full court press or pressure being applied by the Lions. They break the timeline into the front court. That is Downen over here to Bush. Yarbrough steps in at the elbow. Down to Ty Downen. Turnaround jumper by Ty Downen is good. He's got 8. We have both Downen brothers on the floor now for the Tigers. We're all tied at 49, just under 3 minutes left in the ball game. Beasley fires from 3. That's good for Brennan Beasley. He has 11 now for your Lions. 3-point lead, Carterville in the front court. Justin Johnson, Taylor Ohio, Austin Swalls from 3. Boom! Big shot for Austin Swalls. 26 points in the ball game for Austin. Carterville up 6 with 2:20 left here in the ball game, and we have timeout called by the Herrin Tigers. Carterville up 6, 2:20 left in the ball game.
Woo! What some action in this ball game. I mean, both sides in this game. I mean, you've got. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I think it's a full timeout, Dave.
We're going to take a break as well. We're going to pause 30 seconds. You're listening to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. Just a 30 here, please. Just a 30. Woo!
Oh. I didn't know if he was going to.
If you're talking to me, I can't hear you. Hang on. Okay, never mind. It was the commercial.
I didn't know if he was going to be able to come up for air.
Back in Carterville, man, what an exciting ball game we have going on here. Carterville has a 6-point lead. 2 3-pointers in a row by the Lions have pushed this lead out, and we've got 2:20 left in the game.
Well, the Lions have hit their last 3 out of their last 4 shots, but before that, the Lions have hit 1 out of their last 12 shots.
Yarbrough with the basketball, right-hand dribble to the right wing. 2:12 showing on the clock as it's Nessler in the game. Bush at the free throw line, leaves it for Nessler, back to Yarbrough. Now they're going to reset. 2 minutes left. 6-point lead for the Lions. Into Ty Downen. He works it into his brother. That is Jake Downen, and he travels with the basketball. Turnover on the Herrin Tigers.
That was actually a good call by the officials. He shuffled the feet.
We have timeout that is being called by Coach David Brown, and he's asking for a full timeout. We're going to take a break as well. It's 55-49, Carterville on top of Herrin. You're listening to Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. There you go, Brian. I was glad to get the 60 there. Back in Carterville. Carterville with the basketball into the front court. Austin Swalls across the timeline. Carterville up 6, 1:48 left here in the ball game. Jackson over to Swalls. He's at midcourt, just inside the midcourt line. Guarded. Oh, he takes a travel. Turns it over, so it's going to belong to the Herrin. There's no doubt about that travel.
I think Swalls just introduced a new dance step.
Yeah. It was the Dougie.
Was it the Dougie step? Because Dougie. I tell you what, there was a lot of booting, scooting, feeting going on.
Do you know what the Dougie is?
No.
Okay. 1:34 left here in the ball game. 6-point lead. Carterville on top. Herrin basketball. Bush at the top of the key. Leaves it for Savion Yarbrough into the paint. He turns it over. Carterville on the run. Swalls is out on the break. Oh, I thought he was going to take it to the hole, but smartly backs it up with that 6-point lead. That was a great play by Swalls.
Yeah, it showed the maturity that, being a senior, he knows.
Beasley between the circles. I think he got away with the push a little bit. Kicks it off to Heil, right baseline. Austin Swalls needs to get out of that corner, but that's Savion Yarbrough on him. Turns the ball over. Yarbrough comes away with it. Under a minute to go. 55 seconds. Yarbrough leaves for Downing, and he's blocked. That's a good block.
It's not that it's a good block, it's a good foul.
A good foul.
Downing would have scored easily, but now you're going to make him earn it from the line, where the Tigers really have not done extremely well from the free throw line.
The foul was called on Blake Jackson. That's his third in the game. So at the line is Jake Downing. His free throw is no good.
But the Lions have to box out on the offensive end.
Yep. Oh, what an exciting game for senior night between the Herrin Tigers and the Carterville Lions. Carterville up 6, 53 seconds left here in the ball game. Jake Downing is at the line for the second free throw. He missed the first, and he misses the second, but Herrin gets the rebound. Bush for three. Off the iron, no good. Tipped up. Comes off, it's on the ground. Blake Jackson controls for the Lions. Backs it up. 43 seconds into the front court to Swalls. 40 seconds now, 6-point lead. They've got a foul. Swalls has the ball tipped away. He kicks it over to Taylor Howell. They control, and there's a foul on the Herrin Tigers. Woo!
I don't understand what we're doing offensively, because we're trying to dribble through 2 or 3 people. Listen, if you have 2 or 3 people coming to guard you, somebody's open. So what you do is you move the basketball, and you never allow them to get a double team on you.
Yep.
You put one in the middle of the floor, and you use the other 4. You spread the floor with the other 4, and it's almost impossible.
The foul is on Dalton Bush. That's his second. Taylor Howell misses the free throw. It's Herrin basketball into the front court. It's Yarbrough, gives it to Bush between the circles, back to Yarbrough. Swalls on him defensively, tips it away, comes off to Ty Downing. He takes it to the right block, puts the shot up. That's good for Downing. He has 8 in the game now, 10. We have 16 seconds left. It's a 4-point lead for the Carterville Lions.
Well, one of the things that the Lions need to make sure they do is get the basketball inbounds. Swalls can roam the baseline, so he shouldn't just be stationary because it's after the made bucket. What the Lions need to do is bring everybody down, circle somebody around for the baseball pass, possibly going deep. Listen, this game is far from being over with 16.1 seconds left in the ball game.
It's a 4-point lead, 16 seconds. So looking at where we're at, it's going to belong to Carterville.
Carterville has the basketball.
Length of the floor to go. They can ice this game here, but I can promise you that Herrin is going to foul instantly. As soon as the ball is inbound. There's going to be a foul.
If Herrin does not steal the basketball, there is going to be a foul. That's why I'm saying the Lions need to bring everybody down the floor. Swalls can roam the floor. You bring everybody down the floor here. You circle a guy for a baseball pass possible.
Yep. So Swalls is going to trigger the inbound. 16 seconds. Gets it into Taylor Howell. Right back to Swalls. They got to foul somebody. 12 seconds. Swalls in the backcourt. They finally foul Swalls. So he's going to go to the line and shoot free throws. Nice job by Carterville to make sure they get the ball into his hands, and he hangs on to it because he's a good foul free throw shooter.
Well, yes, he's a good free throw shooter, but the Lions seem to be a little lackadaisical there with the ball. Yeah. I don't like that.
So the foul was called on Bronson Nessler. Swalls hits his first free throw. He's got 27 in the game here this evening. Pushes the lead up to 5 with 11 seconds on the clock. Second by Swalls, no good. Rebounded by Herrin. So here comes Yarbrough, front court to Nessler. Yarbrough fires from 3. That's good! Man, that was a deep 3. We have a timeout taken by Coach Irv Lukens and the Herrin Tigers. It is going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a break as well. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Lions basketball on NewsRadio WJPF. Okay, thank you. So we're back at Carterville. Carterville inbounding the ball, and they turn it over in the backcourt. But there is a foul on the Herrin Tigers. And so at the line for the Lions is going to be Taylor Heil. What exactly happened there, Jim?
Well, the Lions had a difficult time trying to get the ball in bounds. Heil come down the floor. Swallows tried to hit him with a pass, and he got fouled.
Taylor Heil's free throw's no good. He gets the rebound, though. Oh, Carterville controls. 0.1 second left on the clock. And the Carterville Lions are going to win this ball game as there is a foul on Savion Yarbrough. Taylor Heil missed the free throw. He was the only man on the line for the Lions, but he's able to get his hand on it, tip it away, and he winds up getting control, throws it back. There's the foul. Beasley is at the line, and he can ice this for the Lions. 56-54, 0.1 second left on the clock. And that's good. His first one is good. 12 now for Brennan Beasley. And Carterville is going to beat the Herrin Tigers. Second is good by Beasley. That's the ball game. It is 58-54. That is the final. Carterville beats the Herrin Tigers. Your post-game show is coming up next. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. $90 here and $30 for the coaches show. Okay. Back in Carter. That was a whale of a ball game.
Yeah, it was a heck of a ball game. I mean, it was a tale of two halves, basically. You know, the Lions played really well the first half, and in the second half, they got away from what was working in the first half. They got away from it in the second half, and it almost cost them the ball game.
It did almost cost them. They're rolling along. Austin Swallows has 22 points at the half, and you just think things are fine and dandy, and you're going to roll along, and that's not at all what happened for the Carterville Lions. As Herrin was able to get back into the game, and we are a winner tonight. Carterville wins a big ball game, an exciting ball game this evening, and we're waiting for Coach David Brown to come up for the post-game show. I think we're also going to have some of the seniors with us as well. We're going to take a break here as Coach Brown is making his way toward the booth. It's a Carterville win, 58-54. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF.
You got the other headset?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, how are you? Nice to see you, man. What are we doing here, Brian? Is this a 60 or 90? Carterville, I'm tired. That's what's wrong. I'm just like all stuttering around. Carterville a
Boy,
winner.
you're just all excited, Dave.
58-54, the Carterville Lions a winner over the Herrin Tigers. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale now has an online mortgage center so you can check rates or apply for a mortgage anytime. For more information on the Bank of Carbondale's online mortgage center, visit their website at tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and all loans are subject to credit approval. Guess who's joining us? Head coach David Brown, the victorious Carterville Lions head coach, joining us on a senior night win, 58-54. Coach, it was hard fought, but it's well deserved.
Hey, you know, a lot of energy, and
it was a fun game to watch. It was a fun game to call. I don't know. It was just back and forth, man. It just a lot of ups and downs. But you know what? At the end, senior night win, that's all you ask.
Hey, all the seniors played. We come out with a W, and it was hard fought, and it was fun, man. We did everything we could to give it to them.
Yeah.
But, you know, we came out the winner, and that's what I'm happy with.
Well, Coach, the tale of two halves here. Let's go to this first half. In this first half, you guys executed extremely well, penetrated extremely well, moved the ball well, played great defense, built you a 12-point lead. Talk a little bit about that first half.
Well, we were sharing the ball.
Yeah.
We were moving the ball. We were attacking. I'll say this again, we were attacking. We got them in foul trouble. We were attacking. We were sharing the ball. We were moving the ball. We were playing good defense. Second half, we kind of brought some old demons back, and when some things didn't go our way, we kind of hung around with them and, you know, just let them back in. And that's the thing. We forced some shots, and it was tough. And
in that first half, you were 12 for 20 from the floor. And guess what? You only shot 2 threes in that first half. And look how well you guys shot the basketball. 12 for 20. Now you jumped to that second half already. Okay, so we'll jump to that second half. 6 for 20.
I feel like I'm
11 threes, and at one time you were 1 for 12 from the floor, and 8 of those 12 were from three-point land. No penetration anymore, no more good defense, and no more boxing out.
Like I said, we attacked in the first half.
Right.
For some reason, we decided not to attack in the third. They played better on us down low, I will say that. DJ Spell played a big third quarter. He rebounded hard. We didn't put a butt on him. That's what my daughter likes to say. She was probably, my youngest, JC, was probably screaming, put a butt on him.
Yeah. But get him to foul out there in the fourth, I mean, it was a good job. It was a big senior night win. We got 7 seniors that are standing right back here that we wanted to chat with this evening. A 58-54 Carterville win. Coach, you got your first senior night win.
Hey.
19 wins on the season, too.
19 going for 20.
Yeah.
It's going to
be
fun.
That's right.
Stick around for just a couple minutes. We're
Sounds
going to go
good.
on and start working some of these guys in as
Mead.
we have Alex Mead. We got 7 seniors on this year's squad, and Alex Mead gets his first varsity start this evening. Alex,
Congratulations.
buddy, I said watch you practice all the time. You work your butt off in practice, but against the Sparta Bulldogs, you get your first varsity point tonight. You get your first start. What was it like?
Oh, it felt great. You know, not being able to start all the time and then finally getting the opportunity, it felt great. And I thank Coach for that opportunity.
Do you talk about your role? You know you're not going to get the start. You're a role player for the Lions in that you're most important on the practice floor, and you've accepted that role. But talk about being able to accept that role.
Well, it's pretty easy, actually. I like being a good teammate. Although I can't contribute as much in the game-wise, I'm always on the, cheering everybody on and being a good motivator.
Well, you've done well this season.
Alex, one thing. What now that you're getting ready to graduate and move on, what's one thing that you're going to take away from you when you leave Carterville High School?
And I'm not quite sure. I haven't really thought about it.
Well, you've been busy with basketball season. Of course, we're coming down to the end, and you got some time now. But we just wanted to be able to take a second and tell you thank you for your contribution to this Carterville Lions squad, because you play as an important role as any of these starters do. And I've watched you practice, and I was so happy to see you get rewarded with those points at Sparta this year, and I just wanted to say thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
Alex
Great
Mead,
job.
one of the seniors here this evening. If we want to have somebody else come over, as it's senior night, Carterville gets the 58-54 win, and it's the spark plug for the Carterville Lions.
Hard-nosed defense.
Oh, man, Jake.
Jake had a great first half. As a team, we didn't play that great the second half, but we came through and got the win, and that was the most important thing.
You've been the sixth, seventh man for this Lions team this year. Talk about your role and what you do to prepare and going into a game, how you get ready for a game.
Yeah, I know I'm not one of the most talented shooters. I know I can't light it up like maybe Swalls or Blake or even Beasley. So I take that and I use all my motivation and my effort towards defense. I know that defense is just guts. It doesn't take any skill. It's just how hard you want to guard a guy or how hard you want to go. So I just come in, try to get the guys pumped up, get some good defense because, really defense is what wins games. And so defense leads to good offense, and that's what I try to do.
Well, one thing about it is, you're talking about you might not be able to score as many points as Swalls and some of them, but I'll tell you what, I bet they can't play golf like you can either. Now, hey, I think if they can school you on the court, I guarantee you can school them on the golf course, right?
Yeah.
Hey, what's one of the memories that you're going to take away from Carterville High School as you move on?
Just being with all my friends. I mean, before games, we're in the locker room singing Piano Man or Lady Dancer or something like that.
Elton John.
Yeah, definitely.
Karaoke, who knew?
Definitely. So, just being out here and being with my friends, it's a great time. As I move on, I'm never going to forget these guys. 10, 15 years down the road, we're still going to be texting each other or Facebooking each other or something. So just definitely being with my friends. And
I guess the only thing I wanted to ask you, can I get a couple of practice coaching sessions from you on the course before you take off for K-State?
His back can't hold up.
Maybe he can help me with that. We'll have to find out.
I'm a little steep. I'm around like $60, $70 an hour, but I think we can work something out.
Good answer, my friend. Good answer. Jacob Eklund, he is heading off to K-State on a golf scholarship. And, man, it's just been a pleasure to watch you this season, but the season's not done. We got playoffs starting on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. We plan to make it deep. We plan to put everything through it. We're not going to give up, and this definitely isn't the end. We may not show that we put a great second half tonight, but we've played some great teams, beat some great teams, went to Harrisburg, beat them. So we know that we're potential of going to McLeansboro and winning that.
Great job.
It's going to be fun to watch. Why don't we have somebody else come on in?
Yes,
Jacob Eklund. We call him the Spark Plug. And, one more question. What kind of gum do you chew?
I chew wintergreen mint.
Wintergreen mint. That's
Yes,
what I wondered. We were trying to figure out last night as Jacob McCoy joins us now. Jacob, one of the 7 seniors on this Carterville Lions team. You got some points in Sparta.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see you get into the game and get those points in Sparta. And the same thing applies to you as it applies to Alex Mead. Your role really with this team has been on the practice floor.
Yeah.
You kind of get some mop-up minutes in games, but explain to us and our listeners what you do to prepare for that role that you have with the squad.
I just make sure that every time I get a chance, I go hard and try to make our starters better. Whether that's in practice or in a game, I just take it serious all the time. And the atmosphere is just awesome tonight when I got to start. So
it was awesome to be able to call your name on the starting lineup. But you're one of the seniors, and Jim has been asking everybody, what's the one thing that you're going to take away from your years here at Carterville?
probably the guys I've played with, because I've played with them since junior high, and I've got really close with all of them. I'm going to miss it.
Great.
Yeah.
Good answer, buddy.
That's the best one so far.
It's been
Great
a
job.
lot of fun to watch you this year, but we're not done. We got a game on Wednesday night.
Yep. Hopefully we can win on Wednesday.
We'll see. Jacob McCoy, and it is McCoy. That's how you say it.
Yeah.
I learned that a long time ago. So let's have somebody else step in here. I think it's going to be Gavin Zimbro in to talk with us. And hey, buddy, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And Gavin Zimbro, one of our 7 seniors here this evening. And man, you've been either the 6th or 7th man coming off the bench for the Lions, but you're able to get in there and give Beasley a breather when he needs it coming off the floor. Talk about your role with this year's Lions.
I just try my best to keep everyone under control, make sure everything goes well. Just help Swalls to, stay in the right mind and under control most of the time.
Keep him under control,
right? That's what I try to do.
Zimbro, I've watched you play for a few years now, and it just seems like when you come in, like what you just said, under control, you seem to calm everybody down. You don't look like you get real excited. You're just kind of like the floor general a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I try to do, just to, keep JPN and Swalls under control most of the time.
Now, what are you going to take away from Carterville High School basketball with you when you move on?
All the memories, just in the locker room and out on the floor and at practice and stuff like that, because we always have a good time, and it's just fun to be around here.
Are you a singer?
No.
Eklund says you guys all sing Tiny Dancer and all that good stuff.
We do sing.
Yeah. We're going to have to put you guys all together and have you. Let's see how.
I don't know about that.
What? Might be a new group.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know. Might see you on American Idol or something.
Yeah.
The Voice.
Yeah.
Gavin Zimbro joining us here on the postgame show. Congratulations on a great high school career.
Congratulations.
It's been fun to watch you, brother, and appreciate all the hard work that you put in.
Dave, you know that he's the only one that we are actually about the same eye. The rest of them are all taller.
We can see eye to eye level. I know that. Let's have somebody else step in. Justin Parsinelli, the next one here on the postgame show, JPN. Congratulations on the win.
How you doing, JPN?
Brother, it's been a lot of fun to watch this year, and just talk about your experience, with this squad this year.
It's awesome. I love it, and the fans are awesome, and I love Austin because he's just a hard player.
Yeah, he is, and he really is the one that kind of sets the tone for the team, doesn't he?
Yes.
When you come to the table, when you walk out on the floor, you bring this physicalness in the inside because you like to get physical.
Yes.
And the more physical the game is, the much better you play. Talk a little bit about that.
I think Coach doesn't like how physical I am, but I definitely give it my all, and maybe sometimes it's a little bit too much. But
well, you've had such a great high school career in football and now in basketball. What's one of the things that you're going to take away with you when you move on?
I don't know.
Memories, great memories.
Well, yes. In the locker room after wins, we just go crazy, and it's amazing.
Are you a singer?
No, I'm not a singer.
These guys say, hey, all you guys are singers. Eklund done ratted all you guys out. He said that you guys sing Tiny Dancer and all this. Now, we're going to put you guys on. We're going to perform.
Justin Parsinelli joining us here on the postgame show. We just wanted to call you up and have a chance to tell you, from guys that have watched you for 4 years, it's been a pleasure, brother.
Thank you.
And you guys work hard, and you've been fun to watch, and you've been successful, and you've kind of taken the athletic department of the Carterville Lions to another level over the course of your career here, and it's nothing short of hard work and determination and the guts that you guys leave on the floor every night, and we appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I've enjoyed watching you play.
Justin Parsinelli joins us. I think we've got got two left. Colt Wilkie eating pizza coming in.
Put that on me, please.
Here, as we're talking with our seniors on senior night here on NewsRadio WJPF. Colt Wilkie, how's the pizza?
It's really good.
I bet you're starving.
I'm starving, yes.
Yeah, I tell you what, you've played a role for the Lions where you've started, you've been the 6th man, you've been the 7th man, you were out with the ankle injury at the midwinter. You're finally back, it looks like, to about 100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little setback there. I was starting, I don't know how many games in a row, and then that injury, I was out for 2.5 weeks, so Coach just thinks to get me in some rehab games right now to get back to 100%, but I'm getting there.
Talk about your experience playing basketball, and not just the basketball, but really your experience in the football and the basketball and just the athletics here at Carterville your 4 years.
I've been really blessed to be on some really good teams. My sophomore year with Michael Ashman, Philip Frangelo, they just dominated in football, and then my junior year, we went all the way to the quarterfinals and we lost to Herrin. And then last year,
in basketball, we went all the way to supers. We're the only team in Carterville to go that far. So it's been a great experience for me. I'm very lucky.
Been a good career.
Yeah, it has. I mean, I've enjoyed watching you play. I mean, you're not one of the top scorers, but there has been times that you have come through in some big moments, either rebounding or some great defensive plays. And there's been a lot of times you've hit some big shots.
Yeah, I just try to stay within myself. I know my role in this team. Shoot, rebound. I try to do all the dirty work. I'm not that big, so I try to do my best.
Taller than us.
I'm looking up at him now.
Yeah, I just try to do my best to rebound and do all the things that aren't scoring for this team, just to try to give us a little edge against other teams.
For Carterville Lions fans, we just want to say thank you.
Hey, thank you,
guys. It's been a pleasure. Tonight was a great atmosphere, hard-fought win, and we're going to make our way toward regionals on Wednesday night.
Yep.
Great job.
Colt Wilkie joining us here on the post-game show, and finally, the one and the only Austin Swalls joining us.
He almost forgot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, buddy, what a pleasure it has been to watch you play football, basketball for 4 years here at Carterville.
I appreciate
it. Just talk about tonight. This is a big win. This was Herrin. We knocked off on senior night here. Talk about it.
They were a good team, man. We had to step up, play our defense, and we did that. We struggled in the second half. I struggled in the second half. I had probably 4 turnovers but we fought through it. We knocked down some free throws, and we got out of it with the win. So
win's a win, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What do you like playing more, football or basketball?
Basketball by far.
Yeah. You can tell your passion is.
Yeah.
You can see it when you're out there on the floor, and you've been so successful with football and with basketball. But tonight, talk about
What was your mindset tonight?
Coming into the game.
Get a win.
To get a win. That was your mindset, because what really stands out to me, your mindset when you came into this ball game tonight, the first time you got the basketball, you didn't look for the outside shot. You took the ball straight to the bucket. The next time you got the basketball, you took the ball to the bucket, and as soon as you saw a defender starting to step, you popped up a 10-footer and shot. You shot more 8 and 10-footers tonight in the first half that I've seen you shoot all season long. So that tells me that you're thinking more like a complete basketball player, because when you have the opportunity to take the ball to the bucket, you're doing it. When the defender steps over, you're stopping and popping. Now you've developed more of your game, and you've posted up on the inside. You are now a complete basketball player, because you can drive, you can post up, and you can hit the mid-range jumper. And as long as you take care of the basketball, and you can always improve on your ball handling skills.
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
can. I don't care how good about ball handler you are. You can always improve on that.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a very important part. You keep improving on that. I don't know if you're going to go to college and try to play ball, but you're going to be very successful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, tonight Carterville gets a win, 58-54, and what a great senior class that you've had, a class that you've been able to be a part of, and we just wanted to bring you up and all of you and say, hey, thanks for the pleasure that you brought us to watch you for 4 years, but even more so, we knocked off Herrin tonight.
Yes, we did.
And we'll take that, but we're not done. We got play on Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
What is one memory, one thing that you're going to take away with you when you graduate from Carterville High School?
Probably just the fun we have as a team on the court and off the court. We play as a family, or we try to, and I just love that. I love the guys. They mean everything. They mean the world to me, and we just try to get everything. We do what we can to get wins.
Well, that's the most important part, and I'll tell you what, I've enjoyed watching you play for the last 3 years or 4 years.
I appreciate it.
Austin Swalls joining us on the postgame show.
Thank you.
It's a great high school career, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Glad to have him. And Coach David Brown, you want to step back in here and we'll put a wrap on this postgame show. Just a good group of guys. They got each other's backs. I think overall, when you look at everything, that and you get down to just the different classes within high school, that senior class, those guys are all brothers and they got each other's backs.
There's no doubt they're thicker than thieves, but they're together to the end. You can guarantee if one's doing good, they're all doing well, and vice versa. And I love every single one of them, even like the ups and downs, and all that, it's worth it when you build relationships. And I hope, 25 years from now they give me a call and they've done some great things. But, hey, I want to stop something right now. We ain't done.
No, exactly.
Boys, we ain't
exactly,
done.
yeah.
That's not Austin's last game. Don't be telling him that because I don't want him,
No.
No, that's not
let's
what we
go.
were saying. But that's exactly where I was leading with my next question. We're not done. We have a game on Wednesday night at Hamco in the regional against Flora. I mean, actually, for the Carterville Lions, the season is just starting.
Hey, that's right. Practice is over. That's what I told them in the locker room. Every game we want to get better. It's, play as hard as we can, treat it like a practice, all those kind of yada, yada, yadas. But we're ready to go. It's Flora. They're going to be a test. They got a couple kids that can really shoot the three, and they got a few big kids. But we're going to play Carterville Lion basketball, and we're going there. We're going there with a purpose.
Coach, I don't know if you realize this or not, but we had to find out because we were really wondering before the game even how close Austin Swalls was to 1,000.
47 points.
Well, they had him. They texted me and said it was 50 coming into the game. But I mean that's
it's unofficial.
But he had 27 tonight,
Mm-hmm.
so that even puts him that much closer to 50 going in on Wednesday. And me and Dave were kind of joking about it during the game, before the game, because he said, well, what if he scores 51? I said, well, he might pull Michael Jordan.
That's right.
And the way he was going in the
way he went in the first half, I thought.
If he would have, and I told Austin, I said, just keep your head up, son. You got to have confidence. When you're out there with confidence, you're not worried about messing up. You're playing. And I said, you got to where you were worried about messing up.
Yeah.
He may have had 50, and he's a great kid. I told the Southern Illinoisan just a little bit ago, I feel people are sleeping on him. I think he's got a big upside if he could get in a great program. And they concentrate, and he hits the weights, and he really hones his craft in basketball. That kid he's going to be something special. I mean, he's a special talent and a special kid. Now, I've been keeping track, but I ain't been telling him.
Don't tell him.
No,
Do not tell him.
And
by no means.
if his mom and dad's listening, nothing. No bedtime stories tonight about him needing whatever. I had him at, I think, somewhere around 47 maybe.
47.
Somewhat unofficial on my book, but 47. So 51 would have been nice. I'll take that too. And if he decides he wants to score that at Flora or against Flora, I'll take that also.
58-54, the final here. The Carterville Lions knock off the Herrin Tigers on senior night here in Carterville. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
We got another game on Wednesday.
Hey, and I'm glad we do. I love this job.
Yeah, it's awesome. Coach David Brown joining us here, along with all the seniors here this evening. Again, Jacob Eklund, Jacob McCoyne, Alex Mead, JPN, Justin Parsinelli, Austin Swalls, Colt Wilkie, and Gavin Zimbro. Jim, wrap us up.
Well, it was a tough game tonight against the Herrin Tigers. Herrin's one of the hottest teams in Southern Illinois. They came in here in a hostile environment. They made it a ball game. The Lions kind of stumbled around a little bit in the second, able to withstand that run and come out number 20.
58-54, the final. Carterville over Herrin. Up is slated for 7 o'clock. Carterville taking on Flora at Hamco at the regional there. And tune in on News Radio WJPF Wednesday night. Thank you for listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio